Vinny Rock Podcast.
Much more than this, I did it my way.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Vinny Rock Podcast. I got my boy Trav with me today. We're going to talk some MMA motherfucking facts. But before we get to that, obviously, we're going to get to the sponsors. Let me hit them real quick. First, I'm super proud. Warfighter Tobacco. They've been doing so good. They're growing, and they're in they're in San Antonio now. And I'm excited for the future of that fucking company because the dudes work so fucking hard to make it what it. Have you smoked a cigar yet from there?
I have not.
Do you like smoking cigars?
I do, yeah.
And you haven't had a Warfighter? Dude, I wish I had one right now. I'd say go outside and smoke this motherfucker.
Yeah.
They just started some Minuteman. Have you ever heard of a Minuteman? You know the military reference of a Minuteman, right? It's an old term.
Correct.
But we just started making smaller cigars, almost like the size of a cigarette. So you
Very
can
cool.
just So it's like it's something that Emilio Rivera brought to my attention as well. Is like he likes smoking the smaller ones because he has time to smoke them, and that makes it for him to be able to sit down and enjoy a cigar at any time, not just like when you have an hour to smoke.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about those. You guys go check out Warfighter Tobacco. Go check out the new Minutemen. They're fucking amazing. Another one is Beyond Clothing. I am waiting for them to call me for the marketing because I want to go I'm supposed to go do some pictures with them. Have you tried Beyond Clothing yet?
No, I've heard you mention it before.
Yeah. You got to check them out, man. They're freaking awesome. You guys go check them out. Beyond Clothing is beyondclothing.com. It's an outdoor survival brand, right? It's expeditionary clothing system is really what they call it. Outdoor equipment store. You guys can go find what you need at Beyond Clothing. Seriously, the guys who run that business are fucking insanely awesome people, and so I always support companies with awesome people running it. Core Medical Group, you've already heard about them. Have you tried to check your blood yet? Have you done it yet?
No, I need to. I was going to ask you about it.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the information from my boy Mike. Mike's the dude. You just hit him up directly.
I already know my stuff's already out of
Oh, you're
whack.
fucked. Guaranteed. We're all fucked. You know, when you get our age, it's just weird. And especially if you got punched in the head once or twice.
It's a downhill slide.
That's it.
Yeah.
We're all screwed. So if you want your junk to be working at full force, if you want your body to be working at its freaking normal rate of speed where it needs to, you guys need to hit up Core Medical Group, especially you veterans out there. Anyone that has some traumatic experiences, especially with a high level of stress in your life, you could potentially have a pituitary gland that is not producing the proper amount of hormone for you. Woo! I'm getting good at this shit, dude. I'm getting real good. You guys go check out Core Medical Group, man. There's a freaking amazing company. If you guys can't find them, go check them out on Instagram at Core Med HRT. Hit him a message to let him know that Vinny Rock sent you, Vincent Vargas, Rocco, whatever the hell you want to call me. If you guys can't get a hold of them, you can hit me up directly and I'll send you a link or I'll send you a phone number to my boy. So you guys go check out Core Medical Group. I love the dudes. I'm actually going to set up an interview with one of the owners. His name is Eric Coleman. He was a football player for the New York Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking awesome dude. Got to hang out with him, so I'm going to try and get a podcast with him, a Skype podcast with him here soon. Don't forget GMR Gold. Have you looked into that yet?
I have. Yeah.
What'd you think? It's kind of cool.
It's cool, yeah.
Yeah, I'm super pumped about it, man. I'm excited for this month. It should be coming in here soon. GMR Gold, you guys can check them out at gmrgold.com. I got some really cool silver pieces recently, and this one, it's a silver piece. It's a copper piece, excuse me, and it says "Don't tread on me." I think it's freaking super ridiculously cool. There's so many cool things about that I've learned, and I love to learn new things. But about gold and silver, like my kids have been enjoying it. I keep telling people this. Like my sons are super excited about it. Every time one comes, I let them open the package themselves.
Yeah, it's like treasure.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is, dude. It's like fucking treasure every time. You guys go check out GMR Gold. I love them. You should too. They also have the bullion box, $100, $200, $300. You guys can check them out. What else? Metal Force Fit. You know what's funny is because I had that surgery, I haven't been able to work out. I'm actually just been approved to start working out, so now I need to get my ass in the gym. And here's the other thing. We're going to be filming soon with Rob Bailey. I'm a little embarrassed to be next to him, and I haven't even lifted a weight in fucking months.
Well, I'll come stand with you.
I need you to help me out here.
I'll be the buffer.
My insecurities are going to be way high.
You need that fat, ugly friend. You know, I'll stand there. Yeah.
You're a big guy, though, dude. You're a huge guy. Like you're tall as much as you are big. You're just a big fucking bear. I like it. You guys go check out Metal Force. They're the shakers that you guys can find. They have my favorite, obviously, I always talk about it. It's just the flag, the subdued flag, as well as the thin blue line, because I'm a supporter of our law enforcement out there. Go check out Metal Force, METTLE Force.com. Check them out on Instagram, Metal Force Fit, and it's METTLE Force Fit on Instagram.
Shaker cups are great.
Well, dude, you always need them.
Yeah.
And at the same time, these are blender bottles. So these are actually originally from Salt Lake City.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and they're one of the most quality and well-known blender bottles out there. So if you're going to go with quality, you might as well go with Metal Force.
The top secret one's my favorite because, sometimes you open it up and you need a gas mask to
Oh
see
my
what's
God,
up.
when you leave it in your gym bag or your in your
yeah.
car. In my car, always on the passenger side floor is where I throw my protein shakes and my shakers.
Right.
That's the spot, dude. You open one
Make
of
a
those
bomb
or
out
if
of
you
it, yeah.
accidentally pop one open while driving, holy fuck, everyone's dead in the car.
Explodes all over the inside of your car. Got protein.
Yep. You guys check out Perseverance Survival. They're the ones who have the Whoopie hoodies. Everyone asked me for these Whoopie hoodies. I'm telling you where to get them now. Perseverance Survival sells them. My favorite one right now is the Tiger Stripe, but my goal is to get that damn freaking Coyote tan. Hint, hint. Perseverance Survival. Send me a Coyote Tan 3XL. Thank you very much. You guys go check them out. You can check them out on Instagram, Perseverance_Survival. I'll tag them in my next post so you guys check it out. Last but not least, Willie Peach Chocolate. Damn, I got to get you the hot sauce. You like hot sauce?
Oh, no, it's so good. I already had some.
You had
Yeah.
Are they good?
The Fire Pig, man.
Dude.
It's so good.
They have some good ones. And, dude, he's such a fucking cool cat, man. Me and him talk all the time. We've been working on a recipe. He has really. I've been telling him what I like, but he put together a recipe that is almost like a smoky salsa. It's
nice.
Smoky hot sauce salsa kind of concept. It's really cool. We're working on the bottling right now. We got the pH levels where they need it to be so we can actually sell it. And so we're actually figuring this out. And soon we'll have.
I think I tried the Hearts of Minds ones as well. It has the graham crackers in it.
Yes, that's a great one. The graham crackers is almost like a s'more.
Yeah. That was
S'more.
great too.
S'more.
S'more.
Is it s'more or s'more?
S'more?
S'more. All right. Well, you guys check out WilliePeachChocolate.com, WilliePeachChocolates.com. All right, man. We're done with these. I just want to say it is. Yeah, I hit all my sponsors. Legend's Whiskey is always a sponsor as well, obviously, because I'm one of the owners. There's stuff I never talk about as a sponsorships that are just businesses that I own. Like things I don't ever say.
Take your own stuff.
Yeah, I never talk. I should talk.
Beard.com.
Beard.com.
Love it.
Don't forget beard.com. That's out there. You guys can go check out all kinds of different stuff. My favorite scent from there is Grandpappy's.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Is it? Yeah. That's to me is my favorite.
Yeah, it's in my travel kit everywhere I go.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
I actually want to work on smaller bottles for travel. If is that been an issue for you yet?
No.
Okay, good. I want to make sure it's not because it's something I've thought about. At the same time,
maybe a smaller bottle El Vato. I actually put that in my beard sometimes.
Oh, really?
It
keeps it down.
Yeah.
And it's water based, so it easily cleans out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. And you guys don't forget, besides beer.com, we also have Throwbacks Barber Company. If you're going to be in the Salt Lake City area, book your appointment today, and go check it out. What else do we have? I always forget shit. Like obviously, Lead Singer's Whiskey. My book, I have a book on Amazon. You can go check that out. It's called Light the Fuse.
It's good.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of compliments. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's just a book that I can have out there and tell us about my life, but I really enjoy it. So I was happy to actually put that out there.
The script for this show you're filming is great too.
Oh, you like that? That's right. You got to read the behind the scenes script. Throwbacks Barber Comedy. We're filming that next week. Kind of excited, kind of nervous. It's gonna be my first time acting, directing, writing, and producing. Yeah, fucking scary. But we're excited about it. We're going to have a good time next week. We have a lot of cool guys. We got Richard Cabral flying in. We got Rob Bailey flying in. We have several other people coming in to help. My second AD, my assistant director, and all kinds of shit going on. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, Richard seems like he'd be pretty crazy. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was I think it was a post on your Instagram or something like that. You guys were chilling out in your trailers, and he did like an improv character or something like that of maybe some sort of gang member or something like that. And
we were making fun of Clayton at the time because Clayton says that we're always bullying him, and so we were kind of giving him a threat. You know,
and I remember watching that. I was like, man, that guy could scare the hell out of me.
Dude, he's fucking scary. My wife said the same. She goes, he's scary. I'm like, dude, he's the nicest guy ever. But there definitely is that side to him. It's definitely a side that he's lived, right? That I can't wait to have him on the podcast again. He's super fucking cool, and he's genuine as fuck, and he's cool enough to be like, hey man, I got the time. Let me go film that with you. So
Cool. That's
Excited.
awesome.
Fucking A. Well, dude, you know, I have my boy Trav here, and what me and Trav like to talk about most of the time in our lives is MMA. All
Yes,
kinds
sir.
of cool stuff going on in the MMA world, all kinds of crazy stuff from... Well, let's just start here first of all. Before we get into the picks for tonight, for this weekend, which I'm gonna have to get on my internet and actually Google that one. But, dude, what is the deal with Matt Hughes? What happened there? Can you give me some? And the listeners who don't know, Matt Hughes is obviously a Hall of Famer in the UFC.
Yeah. So a while back, I want to say it was 2018. He was hit by a train. 17, fall of 17, he was hit by a train. Crazy thing. You know,
almost died. Like almost died.
Yeah. Battled back. You know, it's one of those wipe a tear from my eye. Where's my box of tissues? When you see him standing at ringside again, you know, it's like that he's doing well. But you know, it's like one of those things that I was going to ask you about in the news recently with that his wife and his brother have restraining orders against him because he's, you know, has some irrational, maybe violent behavior. And I was wondering, you know, you talk so much about traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
You know, obviously from fighting alone that could cause it, but then you know, the KO punch from say a train.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's crazy because when you sent me that this morning, I was looking, I was like, holy shit. And I didn't even have to read the article. I didn't even have time to read the article. I saw it, I read the headline, and you said TBI question mark. And I'm like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. It's a crazy thing. Is like, so I guess what's happening is he's threatening and he's being very violent, I guess, attitude towards his brother and his wife.
Yeah.
And so they got a restraining order against him. That's insane. Him and his wife have probably been married for more than 20 years.
A long time.
Long time. And now, late in his life, all of a sudden, he's got a restraining order. There's definitely some screws loose there. And I don't think it's... I mean, he has a long history of a great reputation.
Yeah.
Outside, in the ring and outside the ring. Yeah. And so for this to all of a sudden pop out as how late in his age, it has to be a testament to what the TBI has done. Mm-hmm. A TBI can get to the point where you do lose kind of... So think of it like this. You've seen the movie Concussion?
Yes.
Have you heard of CTE, right? This is CTE is what they call it for all the head. It's the same exact fucking thing, dude.
Yeah.
The long duration of freaking head injuries. Well, now you're taking... He's a fighter for probably 20 years, probably 15, 20 years. Then you got to add on something as significant as a train hitting him, which how the fuck does that even happen in any way, shape, or form?
And not cause it's damage by itself.
Yeah, that and he almost died. So that I imagine if they go in and do a CAT scan of his head, the traumatic brain injury would be very extensive. And I wouldn't even doubt that you can find early signs of CTE with him. And when CTE happens, people that don't know, they say the CTE is essentially the brain is fighting itself, and it kind of cements over, if you will.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so that these guys become suicidal, they become deranged, they become just crazy.
Hostile. And,
because they're essentially their brain. I mean, they're not even themselves anymore, man. The brain is already taken over and hardened in areas because of these. It's like a protein buildup of whatnot, and it just kind of destroys the brain. So the person you knew is no longer that person anymore. So I imagine that's what's gonna be the case for Matt Hughes here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a sad story. I hope he gets through it and finds the right path, whether that be with some therapy,
some kind of peace with this, right? Like here's the crazy thing with post-traumatic, with TBI. There's all kinds of studies and therapies right now. They have these electrotherapies. They have these oxygen therapies where they're introducing mad amounts of oxygen to the brain to help it because like a lot of oxygen will help it start healing the process. But not even that. What I did recently was the stem cell treatment.
Yeah.
And that stem cell treatment is directly targeting TBIs because what they're doing is they're putting the stem cell treatment directly into your IV and hoping it goes straight to your brain and it starts fixing all the areas that have issues. And so, man, if anyone has a connection with him, I would love for them to kind of offer that option for him or tell him, like, try it. Like anything you can do to try and slow down the brain damage effects or any of the effects of TBI.
Is that one where they pull your fat and spin it and put it back in you?
That's exactly it. So they pull the fat, and they do multiple different ways. You can go to a stem cell treatment in another country and they just give you stem cells from umbilical cords.
Yeah.
And it's the same exact concept. I did the one where they took the fat from my body, and I wish they took a lot more. I've talked. I wish they took a fucking shit ton, but they took a Coke can worth on a process that's very similar to like a what's it called, liposuction, but a more delicate version, so it doesn't damage the tissue. Or it doesn't damage the cells.
Yeah.
And then they do some kind of spinning process where they're pulling out as many freaking stem cells as they can from that. And whatever they generated from that, the stem cell treatment, that's where they're able to inject it directly into the issued area. And for me, what they did was that as well as intravenous. So in the vein.
The years past, I don't know if you remember this, but Dana White had the Meniere's disease to where he had equilibrium issues and stuff like that he always talked about.
Really?
That's how he got rid of that. Was
he did stem cell treatment?
Stem cell treatment.
And they did the IV?
Yeah.
People don't realize it.
They did injections into his...
Directly into him? Yeah. Here's the crazy thing. So it works better if you have low, inflammation. So I'm supposed to be on a very low inflammation diet, right? But not even that. You know what Boone Cutler did? Boone, if you don't know you probably don't know who Boone is. Boone is a very big, a prominent veteran in the space of influencing veterans to better veterans, but he focuses a lot in the space of THC, CBD, and now stem cell treatments. He's a big advocate, and also he speaks all over the world to freaking very high level people about other options, alternative medicines besides what the VA does and throw a bunch of freaking pills down your throat.
Absolutely.
And so he talks about this, and he was actually, and just shout out to Boone, man, fucking love you, brother, but Boone was actually, his heart was dying essentially, and his cardiologist pretty much wrote him off and said, "Hey, you're on the heart transplant list. There's no fixing this. You're no going back."
Yeah.
So he was on essentially his deathbed. His family's watching him as there's no answer besides who's going to donate a fucking heart to this guy. And a company calls him, and however that ever happened, he goes and does stem cell treatment.
Really? Wow.
He does a stem cell treatment that goes directly into your heart. There's no fucking around here. They're going straight for the source. And they did that. And when they did this, he also did a hyperbaric chamber, which is supposed to help with
oxygen,
blood, oxygenating and like red blood cells. And so he's going to be healing a lot faster and better. Does that before, goes into a stem cell treatment, comes out and does it more so it heals faster, and as well as on a high concentration of CBD, which is known for to knock out inflammation.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker is like fucking stem cell treatment times 10 right now.
Wow.
And his heart is almost back to 100%. He said he's got gray hairs that are turning back blonde. Bro, it's like the reverse fucking medicine. And that to me, it's the fountain of youth of the future. And fucking...
That's why we all lived over 100.
Dude,
Yeah.
Definitely every fighter should be doing this when they retire. I would say do it anyways, and then another one when you retire. I'm actually trying to start fucking collecting the tab for each one of my kids because everyone in my family is going to do it as well. Why wouldn't you fucking do that, right? You know what I'm saying? And just imagine they did the same thing. If you do the same process they did with Boone, what they did with me, but obviously Boone, I think, had it right. I think the process he did was all about just healing. You do this with a guy like Matt Hughes, who already is showing signs of pretty much, he's lost himself a little bit.
Yeah.
Fuck, you might have a complete turnaround.
Even Dana White, he recommended Freddie Roach try it for what he's got going on.
Dude, that would be incredible, actually, because it has saved people from Parkinson's. It has stopped people from. It has fixed Parkinson's, and dude, it's crazy. I don't, and I was kind of digging deeper in like why the fuck don't United States of America allow this? Supposedly, the one thing that stops them from that is the way they separate the fucking these stem cells. Because it's an individualist separation of some sort that's just for some reason.
It's your own stuff, though.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? I don't get it, dude. Imagine you know how many umbilical cords are freaking thrown in the trash, dude. Google how many births are there a day, and then and that's how many umbilical cords are almost all thrown out.
And that's like another level of stem cells.
It's a whole different level.
Yeah,
that's rejuvenating fucking times 10.
The Mel Gibson episode on Joe Rogan, he talks about that with his dad, and it's amazing.
Dude, we're throwing away thousands and probably 30,000. I think it's 30,000 births a fucking day or something like that around the world. That's maybe that might be an extreme number, but a shit ton. That's all getting thrown out. Imagine that times 365 days. How much stem cells do we have at our disposal and we're not using? That is probably something that humankind should be doing. Like,
Right.
Oh, an oil change every 5 years. Go get your stem cell treatment done real quick. You know what I mean? It's your annual fucking physical.
It's like getting your bee pollen injection or whatever they do.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Like, fix all the bullshit. Dude, this shit is fixing cancers. This shit is fixing Parkinson's. This is fixing TBIs. It's fixing heart disease. It's what the fuck? Are we too stupid to not fucking try something like that? Like, my wife's scared of it, and I get it, right? Like, she's like, "What are you doing? These crazy things?" I'm like, I don't give a fuck. If that is what fixes my heart, actually, well, fucking A, it was worth it. You know?
Absolutely.
I don't know. Things like this, man. I always think about for fighters with TBIs and issues like CT and football players.
Right. And then other welterweight news: GSP retired.
Dude, that is the hardest one to hear. Well, it's both. One, he retires on a win. Didn't he win his last fight?
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Which is fucking awesome. Because I hate seeing fucking icons walk away in a loss. For me, I feel bad for them. For them, it probably feels shitty for them as well. But for him, he wasn't getting the opportunity he wanted. Right? He wanted to fight. He wanted to fight for the belt.
Yep.
And for some reason, it wasn't getting put together. And then after he posted that, after he fucking said he's gonna retire, fucking Meneganov, what's his name?
Habib
said he'll fight him.
Yeah.
He said, I'll fight him. Like, why the fuck? What does it not make money for Dana? What happened?
Yeah. It's
Why did the ball get dropped on that?
Woodley, Khabib, and then even Ben Askren. Those all three would be great fights for him.
Fucking huge fights for him. And I don't know if he'd win any of those fights, to be honest. Not at his age.
He might not, yeah.
At his age and how skilled all three of them. I think the scariest fight for him is fucking Tyrone Woodley. I think that's the scariest fight for him. But I think Khabib is a tough dude. It'll just give him hell. It'll be hell for him to try and fucking work through Khabib. But he's so smart of a fighter. He probably could have fucking handled him.
Could be.
You know what I mean? He's such a smart fighter. He doesn't just show up with one singular
might not be
fucking.
The most exciting thing in the world.
Oh, it'd be the boringest fucking fighter. It'd be a Damian Maia fight. Fuck, that guy's boring. But yeah, dude. So I don't know. How do you feel about it?
It's good. He's gone out on top. Beat Michael Bisping, got his second belt, so he's a double champ per se. Gets his.
Okay, is he already in the Hall of Fame?
No, no.
Or are they holding off on that and waiting to him to really retire?
I don't know what their guidelines are with that because, it's.
I don't know. Has anyone retired and came back and fought?
BJ Penn.
Did he get it? Did he become a Hall of Famer and then came back?
Yeah,
it's hard to watch BJ Penn. And I love BJ Penn. It's hard watching him fight.
Yeah, that's a tough one. He just needs to call it quits.
It's hard for fighters, man. It's like anyone else who has a skill set that is like fucking. That is their professional. That's their professional skill set. How do you walk away from your one skill set when you're sitting there watching daily other guys where you feel like, man, I could probably still compete?
It's probably very relatable to transition out of the military.
It's 100%. Every time I've talked to a fighter, but not even that. Also professional athletes like Eric Coleman. That's what I'm going to have him on the show talk about. We had a conversation that blew my mind. He's like, I hear you talk about transition for the veterans. He goes, and I don't want no offense, man. He goes, but it's the same exact transition problems we have. And I was like, fuck, yes, it is. Yeah. Yes, it is. You're a professional. It's your skill set for so many years getting paid doing what you do.
In the limelight, in the way.
In the limelight, getting all the attention, all the fuck, and then it goes away. And then you're chopped liver to everyone. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Like veterans, like you're the most important motherfucker when you're going to war. And when you get out, like you're chopped liver, dude.
Not to say that chopped liver, but just to normal.
Well, that's what it feels like. It's out of sight, out of mind, right? It's like, oh, you're not playing anymore. Oh, okay, well, let's look at the guys who are playing, right? And the same in the military. It's like, oh, you're not actively serving right now. Okay, cool, but those guys are still serving overseas. Like motherfucker, so did I. You know what I mean? So it's the same. Kind of, it's that FOMO, that fear of missing out.
Absolutely, yeah.
Eats you the fuck alive. Dude, Sean O'Connell interview. That was the coolest thing. We know each other, but we don't know each other. And during that interview, he goes, man, we have a lot in common. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. Like, I get it.
Two different worlds, but yet, yeah.
Similar experiences, man. And it's cool. Did you see that he signed, that PFL signed with ESPN? What a fucking awesome trip, dude. And you know what? Did you see his social media? He's like,
thinking about coming back.
I'm a little jealous about these guys. Maybe I should come back. Like, I want to text him, like, motherfucker, you better not. We just had this conversation.
Yeah, stay retired. Enjoy sitting on the sidelines with the.
He's a great announcer.
Boss Rutan and all those guys.
By far, to me, he's one of the top announcers out there. He's not given the credit for it, though. And he's also been fighting, so it's different. But that guy, I love his.
Boss Rutan's another guy that's big on the stem cell stuff.
Oh, he had to. His arm was dead.
Yeah.
His arm was gone. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Just all the years. It's pretty much
muscle atrophy and
muscle atrophy and everything from brachial plexus nerve damage, similar to what I had in the military.
Oh wow.
But his was permanent from fucking years and years of just being beat the fuck in. It's a brachial plexus tie-in somewhere in the back area that gets fucked up, and that what leads to that whole arm atrophying, and that's what happened to me. Weird thing, they called it rucksack palsy. My rucksack pretty much severed it, right? But in fighting, he's just hitting it,
Yeah.
and it fucking ends up fucking atrophying so far away. And I believe that's one of the things that saved his arm, isn't it? I think his arm is better, not 100%, but
the muscle atrophy's definitely taken the size down, but
yeah,
he's I see social media stuff of him curling.
Yeah,
he's got really small dumbbells, and it's
that's what I've seen too. He's working it out, which is, dude, I know what that feels like. I lost my arm feeling for a fucking year, and it's like, for him to do that is huge, dude.
Yeah,
fucking weird, man. But either way, I'm excited for fucking Sean O'Connell to get to be announcing right now in the PFL. I hope he stays out of the cage for no other reason. I love the dude. I think he's fucking awesome, and I think he's a great announcer. I think he's got a huge future for himself.
Huge future, yeah, definitely one of my favorites.
And you walk away on top, dude.
Absolutely,
the fucking best win, dude.
It's not gonna get any better than that.
No, fuck no. What else is going on in MMA world? What do you think about the last fights?
The ones that were just last weekend.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Last weekend on Sunday, because of the transition from ESPN, I'm fucking lost, bro. I'm missing fights. I just don't even know when they're happening.
Got to reset the DVR to
it was
for ESPN stuff.
It was Sunday at fucking, I think 11:30 the prelims started.
Right.
I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I never even saw the fucking main events because I didn't know whether I got to jump on ESPN or I got to jump on the fucking ESPN Plus on my fucking iPad.
Yeah, Jan Blachowicz, I don't know how they say that, and Thiago Santos.
Yeah, how that?
Thiago Santos, man, that guy's a beast. KO'd Jan.
Yep.
And
that motherfucker's huge, dude.
Yeah.
Huge.
Besides his big hammer on his chest, I guess.
Did you see who was it on Twitter that said he's still sloppy?
I don't know.
Someone on Twitter said Sloppy Santos. Dude, I'm like, oh, that's going to be a fucking brawl. Man, who was it? Obviously, someone in his weight class was just talking mad shit.
So light heavyweight. And then Stefan Struve won, which is always good, but
he's cool. But he's still a stepping stone. And you know, I don't want to talk bad about any of these dudes because they're all fucking badasses, and I respect every fighter that steps in that ring. But Stefan Struve is kind of, I think he's on the back end of his career. It's fun to watch him fight because he's been there for so many years. He's such an interesting fighter because of his height and his lankiness. To see what he does in a ring, he's definitely talented. But I always feel bad to watch the fucking tower get taken down, dude.
Yeah, big trees fall hard.
That is a fact, dude.
Yeah. Some of his knockouts where he's gone the losing end.
Oh my God. It looks like a tree just got chopped down.
But this weekend on UFC 235 is great.
It is the hands down one of the best cards I've ever seen.
Starting on the prelims, ESPN, Diego Sanchez versus Mickey Gall. It's kind of like the old and the new. I don't even know how Diego's even still fighting. He's like one of the OG Ultimate Fighter guys.
He's the original, still in the game. It's so weird. I like him. I just I feel bad when I see him fight, and sometimes he does well. I mean, he's still like a 50-50 guy. He goes in and wins some, and goes in there and loses some.
He's almost every other fight.
Yeah, exactly. He's like a 1-on-1 every time.
He's on a 2-fight skid currently, so he's got to make a couple up here and there. But it should be interesting. Mickey's definitely no slouch.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. I don't think Diego's gonna take that one, man. I think it's time for Diego to round it up soon and walk away.
Yeah,
he's been in the game way too fucking long, and he hasn't taken the savage. Well, he takes savage beatdowns, but I feel like he hasn't been knocked out cold very often, which is the scary one. And guys get knocked out a lot.
I wonder how he trains, if he's a hard spar or
Dude,
not.
I doubt it. For you to be in the game this long, there's no way, bro. Chuck Liddell, I think, was a hard spar.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Chuck Liddell, started having a lot of trouble with getting hit. You know what I mean? And I think it's because years and just getting fucking beatdowns, bro. He goes in there and throws down.
Yeah, absolutely.
For a guy to be around as long as fucking Diego Sanchez, he's got to be a light spar.
It's like chopping a tree. It's like eventually that tree's going to fall.
Fucking tree goes down.
Cody...
what do you think about that one? Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah,
he's back. Dude, have you...
Should be good.
Have you followed him on social media?
I don't.
He went through some fucking hardships, bro. Like some serious... I think those 2 losses in a row, I think, have humbled him. Humbled him a lot. And I'm interested to see how he comes back mentally. You know what I mean? Like, this is one of those ones where normally I'd go straight for Cody, but I'm curious to see if he's mentally got himself out of his hole. Because he's...
Mental... you could be the best fighter in the world if you can't get your mental game right. That's
if he goes in there with any kind of self-doubt, if he doesn't have that confidence he normally has, dude, he can fucking lose just on the fact that he mentally isn't ready to come back. And which is scary to say, You know, because he's so talented. I hope he goes in there and fucking gets his knockout because he needs something. He needs a win.
And this guy Pedro, he's fighting. He's no slouch. You know, Brazilian black belt.
Yep.
Trains out of American Top Team, stuff like that. So he's a well-rounded fighter.
Last fight was a win. When you go to the matchups, it's go leg reach. He's got 2 inches less. They've got 1 inch less on reach for hand reach. So it's gonna be interesting. 17-3-0. That's a fucking solid record with a lot of experience, dude.
The Misha Serkinov and Johnny Walker fight's kind of interesting. I don't know if you've caught
Johnny Walker is insane.
He's an interesting character for sure.
Dude, but you know what? It's crazy. Every time he's a goofball, right? He's a goofball on stage. He comes in there with a lot of confidence. He looks super calm all the time. He's fucking huge. But I haven't even seen him enough in the ring to say anything. I think he knocks everyone out I've seen so far in fucking within a minute to 2 minutes.
Yeah. He could not discount Anthony Smith, but he could maybe talk himself into a title fight after this fight if Jones wins.
I agree. I think either one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking, he's a good size fighter, which is always intimidating enough in their weight class.
Jeremy Stevens versus Abit, that's a good one as well. Jeremy Stevens, he had a lot of trouble after fighting Jose Aldo.
Yeah, but he hasn't been around in a while, man. I mean, he's one of those guys been in the game a long time.
Yeah,
a lot of fucking fights. Interesting to see.
That Jose Aldo fight loss that took him through the mental washing machine, I guess you could say, of a little down in the dumps and everything. So, yeah. Apparently he's got his mind right and everything, so we'll see how that goes. The Beat's no slouch.
No, not at all.
That's a really tough fight. He's a tall, lanky guy for that weight class. And
yeah, that's going to be a tough one for him. For sure.
Tisha Torres, that's always a good one to see.
Interesting, you know, Tisha Torres in her personal life. Dude, she was married to Rocky Pennington.
Oh, really?
And I follow both of them,
Okay.
because they're good friends with another MMA, with a special operations guy that I know that used to own a gym and they would train there.
Mm-hmm.
They were married, and I'm curious to see. I haven't seen them post anything together recently, so I'm curious. They might have broke up, and that sucks. I hate when any kind of relationship breaks up, but it's interesting to be able to. These two are playing they're playing the relationship online. And then to see all of a sudden they're not posting, it's just super obvious. It's like I knew Holly Holmes was getting a divorce because I noticed her social media changed.
Yeah.
The whole direction of her social media changed. The emotions changed, and I was like, whoa, there's something going on in life. And that's maybe because I've been on social media, running social media for so many years. I can tell there's a shift in the matrix.
The pulse changes.
Yeah, big time. And that's the same happened with Tisha Torres.
What? So just totally dynamic change with Tisha Torres and everything.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It was a lot of relationships, a lot of love, a lot between them, and all of a sudden, boom, both of them just shut that down. And now it's Tisha Torres on vacation.
Is it so bad that they deleted all their own?
No. I've actually went down and saw they're still together. So it's one of those things like, let's not cause a rift, but obviously they're probably taking their time out, and hopefully
amicably split, maybe.
Yeah, and I hope there's, hope either they find peace in whatever decision they make. But I'm always a fan of Tisha Torres. She always comes in great shape, great cardio, great skills. She's one of the top-notch fighters in the game, and anytime she fights, I love watching because she's explosive.
Yeah. What about Ben Askren and Robbie Lawler?
Dude, here's the funny thing. As a social media knucklehead, I watch all the shit talking they do for Ben. They make fun of this motherfucker. So they call him like a college teacher or a high school teacher or some shit. What do they call him?
I missed that one.
Oh my god, bro! So he showed up to one of these fucking weigh-ins wearing a shirt tucked in. It was like a button-up shirt tucked into jeans and then fucking flip-flops.
Tucked his like a dress button.
Oh my god, bro! He looked like such a clown, and they made fun of him. They're calling him like a PE teacher or some shit like that, dude.
PE teacher will take you to school.
He's a PE teacher that'll fuck your world up.
Yeah.
The only reason I think fucking he's gonna win Robbie Lawler at this time is Robbie Lawler's older. I think Robbie Lawler is a great fighter no matter what you do, whatever you say. But I think Ben is a super talented fucking fighter that I'm excited to see what he does in the UFC.
Could be. Longtime fan of Robbie Lawler though.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this or not, but his former, and I think he might be training with him again, his boxing coach Matt Pena lives here in Salt Lake.
Yes.
And works up at the University of Utah, but shout out to Matt, longtime fan. I think he's working with him during this camp.
Interesting. The thing is though, like his hands could be fucking crisp and everything. It's just the how many beatdowns has Robbie Lawler been in? I mean, his fights
some wars,
with Rory. Oh my god, you know what I mean? Like this guy's been in some wars, and so I love Robbie Lawler. He's one of my favorite fighters from the way back when he was 18 years old fighting for what was it, the Metal Militia, whatever it was he was wearing, right? Like the same old crew, dude. So I loved him then, I love him now. I just think Ben is probably gonna be too much for him, dude. I just really think. I mean,
Could
that wrestling side of Ben.
You'll really see how strong his wrestling is.
That's
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting,
It's
man.
a good.
It's a fun matchup.
It's a flip them too. Like there's not really a clear favorite in that.
But Lawler can throw one bomb.
50-50.
Lawler can throw one bomb and change the game.
Oh yeah, crazy would that be? You know, like it would change the whole aspect of Dana White would, I'm sure, be chirping of like, oh, told you so.
Well, you know how it
so.
goes. You know how it goes. Like everyone's sitting here like UFC has an agenda, right? They want Ben to just do really well and take over and be a face, right? And then they put him against Robbie Lawler, who they know is great, but like Robbie Lawler's been there, done that. It's not as exciting. So they it's like they did with Sage Northcutt. They wanted Sage Northcutt to be the future of fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they wanted him to be the next John Jones.
Oh, dude, the marketing behind him was huge and everything, and then he loses one, then he loses another, and they're like, just
now
pull
he's not
back.
even in the UFC.
Nope.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
And Robbie Lawler and both Ben Askren have both been out over 400 days. So that's
gonna be a good fight then. It's gonna be pretty even.
So there's not a clear standout other than maybe the wrestling skills.
Yep. And that's a big difference, though.
Yeah. It's something else. It's going to be a fun one. It's Tyron Woodley and Kamaru Usman. I'd love to see Kamar win this one.
I mean, dude, what is it about Tyron Woodley that I'm not? I can't say I'm not a fan. It's just like.
I appreciate his talent in the ring.
Dude, he's talented. I wouldn't want to fight him in an alley.
I do not appreciate his rapping career.
His music's a little iffy. A buddy of mine likes his music. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like everyone has a different ear. It's not my flavor.
Not my flavor.
It's not my thing.
Somebody's telling him it's awesome. It's not me.
Hey, dude, if he's making his money, he's doing his hustle.
Yeah.
But you can't take away from the talent of Tyron Woodley. You really can't, because he's fucking awesome. He wins his fights. Like, there's no denying him. His personality is always questioned. Like, people always hate on him. He's like a very, very different version of a Mayweather, where people hate him, people love him, and you got to see you tune in to watch him get it knocked out, or you tune in to watch him win. On the other hand, on this one, I'm interested to see this fight. If the belt changes hands, I wouldn't be upset. I really wouldn't, because you know what I want to see?
Yeah.
I want to see Wonder Boy come back.
Yeah, it would be nice to see a changing of the guard.
Those fights were crazy, bro. Those fights with Tyron Woodley and Wonder Boy, I didn't agree with some of the decisions. And so it's tough for me to watch Tyron Woodley. I think he's a great fighter,
right?
But I also think fucking Wonder Boy is fucking incredible.
It's kind of a logjam, because say Ben Askren wins.
Yeah.
Say Woodley wins. There's a logjam there. They're boys.
Yep.
It's like, will they fight each other? I haven't really read that much into that. So it's like, if Usman wins, it's like, I don't know if Dana White has enough love for Woodley to give him an immediate rematch or not.
Usman doesn't even have a huge marketing fucking push, right? He's not like someone that's ridiculously exciting.
So it's like, maybe if that happens and Askren wins, line those two up. It's definitely interesting.
It's crazy to think how short Tyron Woodley is. 5'9", bro.
Did I send you that picture?
You sent me that picture.
And it's like, you've got Randy Couture, which you know how tall he is.
Yeah.
Chuck's a little taller. And then it's like, I can't quite make out who the female fighter is, but he is tiny.
Dude, 5'9", dude.
I think it's a stretch.
Dude, it's one of those things.
He's probably like 5'7".
When you do anything in television, or you always add a couple inches.
5'9" and loafers with a heel.
He was also on his tippy toes. No, but so that's a big difference here. You got, which is crazy. The reach is only a 2-inch difference in reach, but the height, 6 foot. It's hard to fight a tall fighter.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all know what Tyron Woodley's gonna do. He's gonna take him down. He's gonna ground and pound and beat the fuck out of him. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna try and rush him like he does.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, fucking,
Usman's good though. They've both fought common opponents. As far as and they're both they both have wins over common opponents. Each one is Rashad. No, let's see, that's John Jones. One win over a common opponent, which is Damian Maia. They both took him to a decision. Yeah.
Well, it's tough to take down Tyron Woodley, man. That's fucking. I was looking at his numbers right now. Tyron Woodley's like at a 0.52 takedown average. Like, that's fucking. And big dude. And over here, Usman is 4.7. So that's per 15 minutes. So this guy's easy to take down, which is not good for him if he's fighting Tyron fucking Woodley.
Oh, absolutely. And they're both 3-0 in their last 3 fights, so that's a good thing. The advantage is Usman's been way more active. He's fought 3 times last year, as to where Woodley fought once. So there's maybe that.
And Woodley's last fight was what?
Darren Till.
Oh man, that fucking hurt me. I love Till.
Yeah, Till's awesome.
I love Till, man.
And then it was Damian Maya before that, which was the snoozer. And
It might have been Till that actually said that about fucking sloppy whatever his name is. Fuck, I wish I knew.
Could be.
Might have been.
Could be the. Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting weekend. It's definitely a welterweight weekend, I guess you could say, despite the main event being John Jones and Anthony Smith.
Fucking So I like Anthony Smith. I think Anthony Smith is freaking incredible. I like his size. I like his skills. I like his attitude. There's a lot of things about this fight it could be pretty fucking tough for Jones. But you say that every time, and Jones still fucking shows up correct, bro.
Yeah, finds a way to get it done.
He is a fucking smart ass fucking dude.
You know, it's probably like an 85% chance that Jones wins this fight, but it only takes that one crack.
And the thing is, and so Jones still, his record is fucking
23-1.
23-1.
Technically 23-0 or 24-0 because that one is.
What is that? Is that the draw?
No, that's the one.
That's
where he. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was doing the 12 to 6 elbows from the top, and yeah.
I love the fact that he's fighting someone the same height as him. I feel like it's always been an advantage for him being so fucking tall.
Yeah, that's there's still 8 inches of reach difference, though.
Why the fuck does one dude have such short arms? Holy shit. Jones could scratch his kneecap standing straight up.
Probably right.
Holy shit. I'm looking at the picture just right now, and it's funny. Wow. That is a trip.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, and leg reach is about the same. Jones has 1 inch. But, damn. I don't know. I like Smith. I like to see Smith take this one.
It's another, I don't.
I'm picking Smith on
Jones
this one
as much as I dislike Woodley, but
like to be smart, I would never go with Smith. But I'm picking Smith because maybe I think he might be able to pull some crazy shit off.
Hey, Ngannou beating Cain Velasquez, that was a.
Oh my god, bro, that was the tiebreaker for us. It fucking pissed me off.
Took the fact, thought I was gonna just take a knee and take an L, and hell no.
I was so pissed on that one. Well, dude, that's funny that you say that. So me and Trav have been going back and forth for lunch dates for the past fucking year or so, or more. Shit, almost probably 2 now. On who's gonna pick the right picks for the UFC main card, or even sometimes we even combine the card. In saying that, me and him are going to open this up to a few more of you guys. You guys are interested in jumping on board and fucking betting with us. We just do an honors bet for lunch. We're going to try and develop something a little bit cooler than that down the road for charity. But for now, if you guys want to jump on and let us know what your picks are, we'd love to see them. If you beat us, then maybe we can fucking send you something cool. Like I got some stickers in here. I got some fucking shirts and all kinds of dumb shit. Either way.
Sounds good.
Fucking A. That's it, right, in the MMA world.
That's kind of sums up the weekend.
That's it. I'm excited for this weekend. I'm excited to hopefully get this fucking thing out before the weekend. And fucking A, man. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
You got anything you want to push, plug, or anything?
No.
No? All right. Take care, guys.
I did it.